this is the last week before my copyright strike is hopefully up. So, to this time, I am going to review one of my Christmas presents from this past year, How to Cook Everything, The Basics by Mark Bittman. Because this book is a cookbook and it doesn't have an attached, well, TV series, cooking show, like the last cookbook I did, Jamie's Food Revolution, I'm not going to be including any video clips. This is just going to be vlog style. Speaking of which, a while back, I reviewed Jamie's Food Revolution by Jamie Oliver, a cookbook that was a companion volume to a television series on ABC, with Jamie Oliver going around and helping people basically be more involved in cooking and being better. Foodies is not the right term. Had to have better nutrition in their diets. And they put out a cookbook as a companion volume for this. This is a logical thing to do when you're doing a show about trying to get people better nutrition in their lives. The problem was, as I mentioned in that review, the book was actually a re-release of a book that for a show that Jamie Oliver did in the UK called Jamie's Ministry of Food, with basically just the units of measurement changed, which meant that the book had some good information, certainly, like recommendations on what hardware to have in your kitchen, and some dishes to know, but the book's assumptions on what ingredients were available and at what price points were UK assumptions rather than US assumptions. For example, the book assumed that, salmon, presumably, I believe, farm-raised Atlantic salmon, was something that would be available and affordable and something you could get a hold of on a budget, whereas in the US, salmon is very much a luxury food. Similarly, the book assumed that Nutella and Vegemite were more affordable and accessible than peanut butter, whereas in the US, not only is peanut butter more affordable, heck, if you are getting food from a food bank, which makes having a book like this all the more important and for teaching you good nutrition and how to get the most mileage out of the stuff you get from the food bank, you're going to get peanut butter every time because that's a thing they give out. It's a staple. It's a good source of protein. In some cases, it can even be a meal in its own right. So this Christmas from a family member, I got How to Cook Everything, The Basics from Mark Bittman, who also writes a cookbook called How to Cook Everything and a few other similar cookbooks. I've used some of his recipes before. They are very good. And so I was very interested in picking up this book. In fact, the person who gave it to me said that they kind of wanted to pick up a copy for themselves as well. I've got to say, this book is everything Jamie's Food Revolution should have been. It gets right everything that the other book got wrong. We get a list of necessary pieces of equipment for your kitchen, focusing on the important stuff, and talking about why it's important. Additionally, the book is very, very well organized, and presents recipes that are very easy to cook, and don't even require any techniques more involved than chopping or slicing, maybe some deep frying, but it gives instructions on how to deep fry. You're not filleting anything, you're not trying to do a brick roux, anything like that. Further, the book has some excellent photography of the various culinary techniques that are featured in the book, which is, as someone who has a background in technical writing, very valuable and very important to me. It helps me judge whether or not a book is useful, particularly if it's a book that's meant to be, given to beginners or purchased by beginners for introductory, healthy, nutritious, simple-to-make recipes for them to use in their own time. Speaking of which, the recipes are very well done. Nothing in the book involves anything that would be hard to get a hold of in any nearby grocery, that won't require too much hunting around the grocery store to find stuff. And each section of the book, from breakfast, soups, to appetizers, to main courses, is organized by level of difficulty. The breakfast section starts off with stovetop oatmeal and escalates through various egg dishes to omelets and that sort of thing. Pasta section starts off with your basic pasta, you boil the noodles, you toss it with olive oil and some garlic and that sort of stuff, to making your own tomato sauce and that level of stuff. Further, the dishes taste good. I've tried Bittman stuff in other books before. It's been great, and it works great here. I've even prepared a couple of the dishes, and they work wonderfully, taste wonderfully, and they also have plenty of room for modification and embellishment once you've built up more confidence on your own as a cook. All in all, if you're trying to teach yourself to cook, whether you're an absolute rookie, or if you're someone with a little more experience trying to expand your skill set, this is definitely something worth having in your library. In fact, I would say that if we had gotten a complete series box set of Good Eats on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, having that and this would pretty much make you set. But unfortunately, we don't have that. We have the Good Eats cookbooks, which are missing some recipes and some information, but at the present, take what you can get. I'm not saying that you should pirate every episode of Good Eats, but I'm saying that if you're learning to cook, this book and basically every episode of Good Eats, so you can watch whatever episodes you feel are necessary or relevant to what you're interested in making, is a good combination to have. So next time, the copyright strike will, hopefully, again be lifted. And thus, I can start getting into more involved reviews, longer reviews, using movie clips, and that sort of stuff once again. So, if you enjoyed the show, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to be notified when future episodes come out. If you want to support the show, you can either toss a little money in my tip jar for a one-time donation, or become a full backer via my Patreon page. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, links will be up here. And then, the next time I'll start doing like annotations and stuff. You can just click on the link and you'll just go straight there. It'll be great. Patreon backers can get their name in the credits and even select future works for me to review. If you want me to review more cookbooks, I can review more cookbooks. If I get back to a level where I can actually start having a proper camera, as opposed to operating on a webcam, I could even do video of me preparing dishes. How's that for a concept? So, in the meantime, though, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.